So here we have Jake wheeling up a 38 Chevy Headlamp part, half the bucket, and it's a part that I'd already hammer shaped, and now he's just smoothing it in the wheel rather than smoothing it in the power hammer or planishing hammer. And that means he's going to have to use an array of different dies on the lower anvil. He's gone from a number I believe it's called a number 4 in the brother wheel. From a 12, it's a fairly narrow flat top, and then come down all the way through to getting smaller and smaller on the flat top. As he gets to the very end of the panel, he's going to have to change to the high crown wheels, because the flat tops will flatten out the very crowned tip to the headlamp. So he's getting a feel for just all these different wheels. Using the high crown wheel, it's a 1.5 radius, just detailing the tail end of the headlamp bucket. Start off with a pressure to iron out all the irregularities, and then just raise the pressure up to finalise shape. And then we'll be lowering the pressure a bit just to final smooth. And then changing wheels as we travel towards the front of the headlamp bucket.
So here we have one side made up. It was done in the power hammer, and then Jake, he just wheeled it and smoothed everything up in the small English wheel using all the different lower anvils, and you saw part of that movie maybe earlier. What we're going to do now is we use the shrinker stretcher just to take out some of the shape in this particular area and to flatten it out. And now there needs to be a little return right close to the edge, and it goes from hardly anything back in here to a little deeper, little deeper, little deeper all the way around. So what Jake is going to use is he's going to use the 1/2 inch bar chaser, and he's going to put it into position, and he's going to be tapping real close to where the line is, and he's going to start off with just a light indentation all the way through, and then he's going to come back around again, and he's going to go a little deeper, but a little shorter, and then he's going to come back around a little deeper, and then he's going to start blending and smoothing until it comes to where we want it to look and how deep it is. And it's probably going to be about a 1/2 inch deep at the front, and it comes down to 0 somewhere in this region here. So if you'd like to have a go with that, Jake, here you go. Have fun. So as you've got the first little stage done, because it was so close to the clamp, he's using the front of the tool. So now he's got it far enough along, he'll be able to come in with the sideways on the tool and manipulate that around. And so if you're hitting on it, you want to be at about a 45, so that the thing's not sliding up or sliding down, and that's part of the control that you need to take place. So now he's got very, very slight indentation going all the way around. I'm just going to take hold of it just to demonstrate a little bit, and then he's going to fall right in and just copy exactly the same motion. So now he's got the indentation, I know exactly where that goes. I'm going to do fairly firm taps, but quite small and quick. getting a very, very subtle flute, hardly anything. It's just enough to define. And now we're going to come in with a flapper, just a flat one, and we're going to dress down. So that now sharpens up right on this edge again here. And now he's going to come in again, and he's going to go a little deeper. And it's just a process of going forward and backwards until you get it to the right depth you need. And like I say, we need to drop it down, probably be about a ½ inch at the front. So I'm going to move the clamp for him so that he can come onto the front section a little easier. It's a bit of a hassle having clamps in position, but you need them to hold the job firm. See if we can come in here a little bit, Jake. See if we can't just dress in on that front section just a little bit. Bring in that front section around there for us. Maneuver that clamp out the way again. Okay, so I'll give it a little tap, get a little bit of movement going to it. It is a fairly firm action you've got to use. Now we're starting to move the metal. You can see it coming down. What I'll do is move this section, put it in a different spot on the table so I can manage the first part. But you can see where we're coming down with the shape and we're getting the little fluting going in. So there you have it. When you come in, if you want to have a look for the camera, coming in this angle, you'll see a little bit better just what we've put in there. So it goes from deep, very shallow. I'll let him carry on cleaning up a little bit, but that gives you a good understanding of how to put a base plate on the side of a headlamp bucket.